Whoa. Okuzimba omuwendo gwo. Why are we discussing this today? When you look at our life and dissect it entirely,
yes,
it all boils down to one important thing: value.
Yes.
Omuwendo.
Yes.
Value. Byonna bye tuyinza okwogerako wanno bijja kudda ku kintu ekyo kye bayita omuwendo gwo, oba ne kireetamu n'ekigambo kye bayita omugaso gwo.
Yes.
Omugaso.
Yes.
Omugaso gw'olina ku nsi kuno. Kale omuzungu wagambira your value to the world is what will determine what you attract in your life.
Yes.
Nti omuwendo gw'olina ku nsi kuno gwe gujja okusalawo biki by'osikiriza mu bulamu bwo.
Okay.
Nti omuwendo gwo gujja kusalawo ani gw'owasa. Omuwendo gwo.
Yes.
Omuwendo gusalewo abaana gye banaasomera.
Gwe muwendo.
Omuwendo. Omuwendo gusalewo ngatto ki gy'oyambala.
Omuwendo.
Omuwendo gujja kusalawo entambula gy'otambula.
Yesebo.
Omuwendo guno gusalewo kingi nnyo ku by'omu maaso byo, gusalewo n'obulamu bwo n'engeri gy'obulivingamu. Your value. Your value tends to dictate everything to do with your lifestyle, with your lifestyle and life.
Yes.
It dictates where your kids go to school. It dictates the kind of food you eat. Nemmere gy'oli omuwendo gwo gujja kusalawo emmere gy'olya.
Exactly.
Ne bw'oba oyagala nnyo omuwendo gwo ngenda gunnyonnyola emitendera gyagwo, naye omuwendo gwo gusalawo nnyo. Gwandaba ng'olina company gy'okolamu, oli ku Vision Group, oli eyo mu companies endala.
Companies enjawulo.
Omuwendo gwo gwe gukutuuzizza ku desk kw'otudde.
Kkiriza obagaana.
Waliwo ensonga lwaki toli ku yooli oli head of.
Yes.
Muwendo. Omuwendo.
Yes.
Kati awe tuddira wano wansi tumenye, but what is this value all about? Omuwendo kyeki. There are two elements to value. There is what you'd consider as personal value. Then notunuulira ne brand value. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Brand value ekomawo okwo affecting ng'omuntu, kubanga in terms of brand value your life is equally a brand. But now we're talking about value for your organization, for the business and all that kind of thing. But before we get into the details of this, we also need to understand what determines, or what is this value thing that we're talking about. Value. Omuwendo kyeki.
What's the value?
Omuwendo kyeki. Mu luzungu omungereza kyeyandigambye oba mu America, I don't know, English would dictate to tell us that actually your value is your worth. Your value is your worth.
Your worth.
Kakati worth bwe tudda mu Luganda tujja kuba nga abagamba ozitowa kyenkana ki.
Yes.
Si mu ssente mwokka. Ate waliwo n'ebisinga ku ssente awo bye tujja okwogera, kate ebisikiriza ssente okwongera ku muwendo ozitowa kyenkana ki. Nti mu kampuni eno bwe tuba tuva mu COVID, kampuni ya Vision Group netunulamu negamba ku bakozi 4 5 balina okgenda.
Yes.
Bwe bagamba 5 balina okgenda, ndowooza okategedde. Bwe bagiraagira omuwendo guno oli ludda wa
ogwawa,
erinnya lyo lye batuukako ne bagamba oyo tomukwatako, oba tewali kyakukola agende. Sorry eyo wejjira kiba kitegeeza nti wali owewuseemu. Omuwendo. Your worth. Kandetemu n'akalala ke batusomesa edda nnyo nga nkyali enaggalama mu economics. Intrinsic value. Woleteramu ekigambo ky'omugaso kiri kye twogeddeko. Omugaso gw'olina. Omugaso. And this is very important in all areas of your life.
Yes, sir.
Value ono mukulu nnyo. Kati tukkirira wansi okutandika okutegeera kakati building value. Tugebe ebigambo bibiri. Building. Ekigambo building nkyagala nnyo in different subjects: building success, building skill set, building. Kubanga buli kintu mbulamu kizimbibwa. And I've said this before, I'll say it again, that in life things are built 2 times. Number one, they are built mentally. Number two, they are built metaphysically. Nti ekintu kyonna kisooka ne kizimbibwa waggulu wano mu bwongo bwe kimala ne kizimbibwa mu byobuliwo. That you build it, you design it in your mind. Now, the only way I can tell what you've been thinking about,
Yes, sir.
is I will look at your life. Have you heard about ladies who say, man, I'm having a bad hair day?
Yeah.
And feeling as it is a bad hair day. Bad hair day, yaba ina javudde.
Something attributes to it.
Something has affected your worth, your internal value and worth.
Why your hair? Why should I do this? Yes. Because of something. Okay.
To the extent that it disorganizes a certain element of your own life. But remember, we said even your own brand, your own personal brand is very important to this value that we're talking about.
Exactly, yes.
Nti kati ebintu bwe biba bizimbibwa emirundi ebiri nti omuntu aba batera okusoma bayibuli oba mu Quran namoja ekiri as a man thinketh so he is, nti omuntu kyalowooza ekyo kyali. Bw'oba olowooza nti oli mwavu ekyo kyoli. Bw'oba olowooza nti oli mugagga, obugagga buno betwogerako, see, it's not the money coming first.
Yes, sir.
No. Mu ndowooza yo gwe ki kyolowooza? Olowooza man nze ndi bubi. Ekyo kyekijja okuvaayo. Kaakati era abasomi ba bayibuli mukimanyi nti omuntu kyasiga amakungula bwe gajja ekyo kyakungula. You cannot, you people, you know I believe in miracles, but you cannot go to your garden and plant your very nice maize. Then nogenda owulira katale nti coffee yatunda nogamba, ha! Omusiri gwange nkusabira kaakati vaamu coffee. No! You planted maize. You're going to get out maize, not coffee.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the way it is. Bw'okungulira mu kwebaka era wali watulaba katinga blanket okyagizo
agakangire mu bwendinga bwenda babasajja ba
bw'osiga otulo n'amakungula bwe gajja kuwa results za tulo. A little sleep and a little slumber. Proverbs, King Solomon omusajja yali akyasinza okuba omugezi yagaa nti folding okuzinga emikono kutono n'otulo nti obwavu bujja kujjiranga babbi, bandit or robber. Muganda kyavaga nti obwavu mpologoma. Bw'okola otya okulya kati n'okwebaka obwebasooka otulo n'oyisaawo, because typically we're told, humanly speaking, we should average at least get 8 hours of sleep.
That's enough.
That's enough. I was having a chat with one of my economic mentors, Patrick Vitature Nangamba. Unfortunately, he's at a stage of life whereby he does 3 hours.
Excuse me?
3 hours of sleep.
That's every day.
Yep, 3 hours of sleep. Wow. Ate kati era ne kano nakabagamba luli nti kyangu nnyo okulowooza nti omugagga teyeebaka lwa bizibu. No. Alina ebyokkola. Alina goals z'asetinze. Alina targets z'ayagala okuhitinga. Si buli ateebaka. Ate nekikwewuunyisa. Kademe genda ye. So kati awo wetutuuse. Wathyo.
Abagagga tebeebaka balina ebizibu mwami Edwin.
Balina ebyokkola. Kati omusajja orunninga business empire ya $1 million abiri. One company has about 7 brands under it. You're dealing with importation. You're dealing with collaborations of business partners in Australia, Canada. Nti sawa ziba ziwere nnya eze Uganda ate eri bucha. Abaino kugamba, do you get the point? So atenga tekitegeeza nti bonna bwe bali. You see, again, the other thing about when we're talking about these things, omuntu alina okumanya nti life is not a one shoe size fit all.
Yes.
Nti olw'okuba kyenjogedde ky'oba ogenderako gwe baako ky'okijjamu. That's why I see some critics at times on Facebook nanga gwe kati bw'oba owuliriza bino, I am not perfect. Nange nkyalina byenjiga kati nze bwe nzija mbanga banaku byebyo kwebyo bye naakayigako bye naaka-experiencinga. Kati gwe naawe obona ogamba ekyo kirimu egumba kino ekyo ng'okireka ekinaakuzimba. So tuli ku kigambo building nti obulamu buno buzimbibwa. Y'ensonga lwaki abavubuka ntera bakuutira patience.
Important.
Patience.
Very important.
Life is not a sprint. Life is a marathon. Sprint ye 100 meters. Kati abavubuka abamu baagala badduke mu bulamu buno misinde.
Aduka butuke.
Kuramiti omulabe ne iPhone nange iPhone. Kurumsima omulabe ne blaze kubye naga blaze zo. Nange njagala. Kati okwata blaze emitwala 5 gigule oba nkaaga. Does it fit within your financial blueprint at that point in time?
Exactly.
Blaze yo eryoke nawe ojja kunyumira naye. Era kitegedde. So building nti ozimba. We'll give a few examples. Waliwo omwami oyo Joe yawangudde ekikopo ekirala muvubuka yakawangula African Cup.
Sadio Mane.
Kati yawangudde ne gondi eyo Carabao, right, with Liverpool. Sadio Mane's story is a very interesting one. 1992, the guy is born in Senegal, in a city that is invisible in Senegal. The first day bagamba nti Sadio Mane ono bw'atuuka ku kisaawe kino kyebayita okugezesaamu nti balabo lwamiti anaaso mbu yajja n'ebigatto nga biyulifu ne bamutunuulira ne bagamba agenda kukola ki? Kati omuntu alina okukimanya nti okuzimba value tekitegeeza nti balina kubanga bakuzaalira mu first family. Tebalina kubanga well and good boba bakuzaalira mu first family. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Boba bakuzaalira mu lubiri sanga lya mbogo, that is wonderful. Naye ate jjukira ne gwe bazaalidde mu lubiri bw'otategeera nnono zino naye weesanga value ate mu kifo ky'oku appreciating depreciating ebintu bibiri nabyo bikulu nnyo tujja bikoonako nti value always will appreciate or depreciate. It's easy to be born in a palace and then your value just depreciates. Because you didn't understand the principles that actually keep the value going high. Sadio Mane ono agenda trials. Ne batunuulira ebigatto bye ne bagana ono agenda kukola
anaasobola okusiba.
Yo. We see the guy in his glory today. Sadio Mane today is worth $20 million and still getting better. He's 29 years old. Of course, he's getting into that age when it comes to soccer. When you hit 29, 30, 31, 32, ngomanya kati time etandise okugwayo. Yensonga lwaki abagezi mu ba football players era bano nti okusinga ku basookangawo kati batandika okufuna ba wealth and asset managers. Edda yensonga lwaki omusajja yakubanga omupiira n'afuna sente naye agenda okunyuka nga talina kyayinawo. You look at Cristiano Ronaldo right now. Sokanmaize Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane ono nzaalwa ya Africa nga ffe ndowooza omulaba abamu atusinga n'obuddugavu. But a very humble guy. Very down. Waliwo bamukuba ekifaananyi nga bayingira Liverpool eyingira ekisaawe nga akutte essimu nga screen simamu basobola I don't know whether we can find it on Google nga screen eyatise ninga ejja akutte essimu ye ayina obuntu bwagira essimu nga njetifu
nga wandisubidde nti okubanga alina posh life.
When you look at N'Golo Kante and this guy, the cars they drive, and it doesn't mean yensonga kinagambye nti it doesn't mean nti our success stories zina katiba kamu. No, Katia Sadio Mane is worth $20 million. Oyinza okwesanga si kikulu nnyo okwambala nganze nga teyefiirayo. Ekyo tekiri part of his value elements. Nene yalina byatwalanga ebikulu. When you look at what Sadio has done in Senegal, he has built mosques, he has built schools, he has built homes for the homeless. Olaba value gwe twogerako kati. Value wuyo gwe twogerako. Kati Sadio Mane wuyo from humble backgrounds yazuula ekirabo kyalina mu ye. Kati buli muntu atulaba, anybody listening to us right now, value begins to be built from the time you discover your purpose on earth and discover your gifting. Buli muntu kuffe ffenna alina ekirabo Katonda kyeyamuteekamu. Olina talanta. Sadio wuyo ekifaananyi omwana afunye wuyo Sadio Mane $20 million worth. So
this is legit stuff.
And it's easy. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Kati value abantu and it's about the flashy cars and no. Guy oyo ali very valuable in the sense he has a name, he has the net worth, he's comfortable with it, he's okay with it. He's fine. He's comfortable.
Yes.
Mukuzimba value inokuzimba value ezikuzimba oba zotambulirako chendero ganti yes chiche kusanyusa mulamu buno kati gwe kusanyusa iPhone. Yes, Sadio Mane mbyakola esimu ogula iPhone, really a phone is not a big deal. Touch far konyo. So that's Sadio Mane. Okay? So tuchayogera mukuzimba value. Katuveyeyo tutunulyo omuvubuka gwe bayita Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, today he's in his late 37. We know that over the weekend many Man United fans were very frustrated at his firing of blanks,
including our friends.
But again, that's your own frustration. The guy has built his value. He has built his name. Today, Cristiano Ronaldo is worth $500 million US. That is only when you talk about his sports standing and endorsements. You're not talking about the CR7 hotels. You're not talking about the CR7 perfumes. You're not talking about the CR7 boxers. You're not talking about his investments interests in Saudi Arabia. He owns one of the greatest shares in Saudi Arabia's main steel company. You're Cristiano Ronaldo goyogerako. Lwachi mulese. Nti talanta jasoka kuzula is that he was to be a football player, and none of you know the story of how Ronaldo ended up being a football player. I won't get into that. But again, humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. Persistence. The guys who have worked with him at United, at Real Madrid, at Juventus will tell you one of the important things about Ronaldo Cristiano is his work ethic. That even at his age, he achasoka kuchisawe. Discipline. Bwebagamba diet ya Cristiano ndoza ne bakuwenna kusatu obivaako ekulema olemwa veggies and water. You remember that scenario where he removed a particular beverage from in front of him because to him that was sending a wrong message to people that people should be taking water.
Exactly.
Kati musajja azimbye value. Kati bweyazuula nti he's a football player, we all know he's worth $500 million US. Then you add on his businesses and all that. He's one of the most followed people. I think Instagram he's into. There's a time he hit about 200 million followers, and we all know that just an Instagram post from Ronaldo would be worth about $1.2 million US. You're not kicking football. You're not doing anything but just a post
on Insta.
Azimbye value. That's what they call by when they say MVP, most valuable player.
MVP, man.
Valuable individual, most valuable individual. The Vision Group we wegamba who is the valuable individual we have. Value joyongera, value joleta. Nti you have an individual at Vision Group nenti their presence in Vision Group alone tilts the balance sheet. Value.
Absolutely, man.
Value.
Yeah, man.
Nti stories okola gwe ziretera omuntu okutuuka ku street naga I must get the vision.
Yes.
And at the top they notice your value. So that is Cristiano Ronaldo. We're talking about building value. Nti gone are the days when soccer players would waste away their resources and money and zifa. This guy you're watching there, do you see the swash on his shirt? It's a Nike swash. He's on a lifetime contract with Nike.
Lifetime.
Even when Ronaldo stops playing football, he's still sponsored by Nike. He will still be earning, even in his old age. Value, building value. Building value. On the other hand, since we're talking sports, can I take another example? Look at this young man, Mason Greenwood. Very young, talented guy in Man United, super great. He's just 21 years old. Really? Recently, a saga hits. I think he beat the girlfriend and all that, etc., etc. It was domestic violence. Within 1 week, he had lost all his endorsements. Value in life is built, but it can always either appreciate or depreciate. Akantu ako nkadda mwali owuliddeko ku bantu mu kyalo eyo n'ogamba mukulu Ssemwango oyo yali w'amaanyi, family eyo yali y'amaanyi, nga Christmas be bokka be bakola kino be basala ente be bakola ki, naye n'okomekeza ng'obuuza mwami Ssemwango olwamala ki kye yaba. Be bantu okulemererwa okutegeera nti value ono bw'azimbibwa omuwendo guno bwekuzimbibwa obugagga bwe buzimbibwa emikwano bwe gizimbibwa oteekeddwa okubaako n'okumanya engeri gy'ogyongera waggulu. So that's Ronaldo's story. Now let's quickly I want to give these examples very quickly tuketudde ku kiddako. Now when you look at the world's 1%, there's what they call the world's 1% that control close to over 90% of the world's wealth. There's something very interesting I read somewhere. Someone wrote and said that even if today you were to get the whole world, you're talking about 8.2 billion people or so, even more. No kwata obugagga bw'abasinga obugagga n'obugabanyaamu buli muntu yenna kila kintu buli omu ku level ye. Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, no district noyingira Masaka n'okwata sente za Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, bonna n'ozigabanya flat buli omu. Let's assume buli omu netugamba nti kati akomekereza buli omu alina million 5 mu nsi mwonna. Do you know what this person said? Even if you were to redistribute the world's wealth of the 1% to everybody in the world, give it a specific period of time, that money will go back to where it was.
There you go.
That's Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was the first human being to hit $200 billion. What? 200 billion. Of course, since then there's been a fluctuation in his shares now. Of course, yaita mdivorce na omuchara nabako byatwala linda ko tumaliza Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos now is at about 197 billion. But again, we're talking about value, juxtaposing finances with the gifting. He's a very talented guy. All he does is Amazon. What does he own? Later on, Zimbe. But what is Amazon about? Facilitating people to trade and buy things online. Simple as that. The guy built such a simple concept. Amazon, man. Amazon. Big concept. So 197. The next guy is called Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one of the craziest guys you can ever meet in the world. Very crazy. Indeed. And I tell you, if you're going to build your value, one of the things, the guys I work with know me, I'm a crazy guy, I'm a crazy dreamer, I'm a crazy thinker. My team at my company think I'm a crazy guy as well, because twins okogera ku chintu na kulwalero mu meeting. Chairman ndoza mu mwezi nga gumu. By tomorrow I'm already in action.
What?
Kati obulamu times this guy here is the only human being today as we speak presently that is worth 200 billion US dollars. He's at 200 billion, yes. Elon Musk is at $200 billion. Now, if you want to know what $200 billion is, you get Uganda's GDP of $37 billion, and you get Rwanda's net worth of 10.2 billion US dollars, and you get Kenya, Tanzania, put them all together, and Elon Musk will still be richer than East Africa. Okay, that's Elon Musk. What does he do? Of course, we all know he's into IT, he's into space. I mean, when you think about the things Elon Musk is doing, again, waloje ndaga. Kuzimba value. Bagamba gayoyo. There's a time he didn't even have where to sleep.
Yes. Yes.
I'm showing you men that have built from ground up.
Yes.
No, these guys have built ground up. Ground up. Anigwe tulese tuyoke tuyingire area ndala.
No.
Is that about somebody else?
Yeah, you talked about Usain Bolt or something.
So, okay, let's close with Usain Bolt. Again, we're talking about building. Usain Bolt, this guy, the fastest ever human being in history up to date. No one has broken his records. 100 meters. He's currently worth about 100 million US dollars. It keeps increasing strangely. He, by the way, newsflash is that he retired. He's no longer running.
Exactly. He doesn't do any sport.
You can see he's got the Puma on his chest. He's got brands that still endorse him. Even after he's done running. He's a brand ambassador of so many companies.
Yeah.
Nti kwe kuzimba ko kwenjogeddeko nti obulamu bwo obusetinze strategically nti mu myaka 45 ne bwe namaliriza byonna bye mbadde nkola value yange esobola okusigala ng'eyambuka awe wali ekinyusa awo. Because most human beings, what happens naturally is once you begin to hit the 40, 45, 50, somehow your curve begins to go downwards. Why? Because your income begins to drop. Oh. When your income begins to drop, it tilts and affects all the other curves. It affects your relationships, It affects your family life, it affects your lifestyle, it affects everything else. Your value generally begins to drop. The things you could afford then, you no longer can afford. Amaanyi gakendedde. Tokyasobola kuddayo okaalukane. Kati ekyo kyekintu kyentera okugamba abantu nti wetwetaaga okunywezaawo ogende nti wano wendi nzimbye nti ekintu ng'ekintu kino ne wendituuka ku lunaku olw'enga nti bannaaye omukama ne bw'aba ampise kati I'm a happy satisfied man or woman. Ekyo kikulu nnyo.
Absolutely. Very important.
So you have the 20, 30, 40, 60 rule. 20. In our 20s, it's very important, like I always say. Many of us missed it out.
The 20s?
The 20s. The 20s are for building the foundation of your life. Although foundation is so kanga bwe nagamba luli etandikira ku bazadde. Kwazadde omusingi gwozimba.
Yes.
So recently we just signed an interesting deal. My family just signed an interesting deal with one of the baby brands, and our child got our little baby of 3 months got his first deal. Sigenda kwogera sente zafuna buli mwezi agenda funa buli mwezi nenga kakati ono omwana omanyi tugenda kukola tugulewo account ye. Literally tuition when ebisigadde byonna ebisooka omwana 3 months. We just signed it, and starting of March the deal starts off.
That's interesting there.
Kati your foundation yeyo ye 3 months ayinza obutagitegeera. But growing up, once this kid hits 12, 13, 14, n'alaba product profile nti at 3 months this, wow, I was doing this at 3 months. China chikikola mu ndowooza ye. Kati abazadde baffe abasinga weewaawo waliwo bye baamisinga tubasonyiwe tubasaasire tebamanya naye bambi atulaba. If you're a parent, young parent or old parent, or you're a parent to be, waliwo ebintu byetuteekeddwa okulowoozaako tuplaningire nti bw'oba ozimba value tozimba yo wekka wabula n'ey'abaana bano kiri kye nayogerako luli ekya batuuni nti we are not going to be here for 800 years.
Never.
Ekyo ne bw'oba oyagala nnyo.
Oba oyagala oba toyagala.
Kati waliwo bano abaana omulembe ogutuddako kiki ky'oguplaningide nti bw'oba ozimba value ozimbe yo ozimba n'ey'abano. Nti already oba osetingira abaana bano omusingi. Kati emisingi egisooka gisimbibwa tukyali bato. Amasomero g'ogendamu ne bakutwala eyo n'osoma ebigambo omuzadde byakuyigiriza. Of course abamu tekyali kyangu nnyo okula sukaali taliiwo mindset n'ekula ng'egaba tewaba ssente tewali ssente engatto za junior zayulisa aleka agenda asomera omwezo n'oyitamu ebyo. Somehow of course the opportunity we have in life is that nti ebayo okweyubula. About transformation and evolution. By the time we get into your 20s, whenever you hit 18 you are responsible for your own life.
18 plus 1.
0 to 18 omuzadde akyaliwo abazadde bakyaliwo naye kasitowing 18 kimanye nti kati you are responsible for your life. Kati 20s zino omuntu atulaba right now ng'olina omukisa ogwo 18, 19, 20. Banange bigambo bino singa nabiwulira nga nkyali 20.
I'm telling you.
Ye time ye prime yo ey'okutandika okuzimba obulamu bwo solidly.
That's from 18.
Bino ebya tuli waweeru biryoke naye balansinga waweeru tomuyitiriza waweeru bw'oba oyagala nnyo waweeru ojja kuba n'ekiseera kyagyo naye kati 18, 19, 20 college university olisoma
ova mu college
naye nga bw'osoma
university.
I usually tell parents now nti omwana ne bw'aba akyali mu university identify quickly their gifting. Do they look like they will be entrepreneurs? Do they look like their passion is IT and they're going to get a job in IT? Personally, you all know my story. When the moment before even I was at university, I was already working for a TV channel. When I entered university, I was already writing for a newspaper. I was already working on radio, 3 jobs and pursuing my degree. And I was very intentional about this. And to everybody watching me right now, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's very important that whatever goals you set in building your value, you must be intentional. You must be intentional.
Makes sense.
Nenyingira campus ndero baga nti in campus for 3 years I did not date. Bana, if you're a young lady watching and I actually dated you at campus, I didn't date no girl at campus.
Because you were what? You did afford dating?
I was too busy for dating. I didn't have time for dating. I didn't have time for it.
So we wouldn't see people dating?
Frankly speaking, I didn't have time. I was intentional about my education. I was intentional about building my career. If I was not in class, I was at the paper writing, or I was at the radio station, or I was at the TV station I was working with.
You didn't have time, yeah.
I didn't have the time.
Yes, yes.
And some of the guys last time were commenting and saying, Auntie, when you're connected to First Family, the jobs come. He said, no. I'm speaking of a story whereby that TV channel, that time they used to pay us 25K a month. I'm talking about that kind of pain. I'm talking about the pain where you have to walk to work. Not because you're exercising, but you don't have the fare, you don't have the transport, you don't have the border. Forget about these designer shoes, Paul Smith, that I put on right now. It comes from somewhere. There's a story you're building.
Man.
Don't look at my shoes. There's a story you got to build.
I like that. But you're covering me, right?
Ogenda kutula ku TV otuya nyo wena noyingira wali ka backroom ne wesimula entuyo zo n'otula ku TV omuntu akola ati nagenda nga muwino nengula na ine empale zange empale ya black emu nga ne zipu nkwatirira nga nina blazer zange 3 ninga nzichanga n'ensimula entuyo zange nva kutambula n'entula ku TV omunaga that guy abantu bamanyi I've been smart from a long time. Little did they know that even my zip was torn at that point in time. I was building something, but it takes tenacity. Sometimes it's going to take pain. You have no idea how many times I would walk back to that Nsibirwa hall, at times in tears. You're on TV, bro. Building something. And to the guys out there, let's get out of this flask lifestyle whereby you want to impress these girls. These girls, you're going to impress them with the little you have right now. Tomorrow, when you don't have, they're going to move over to the next John that's got the Burks. They run away. You won't mean anything to them. Stop living your life trying to impress these girls. Stop. And I wrote a quote, Nengamba, you know, there's this TikTok thing going on. If your money, if eat your money, stop seeing cement in every... Let me tell you something. If you have built a home today as we speak and you're in your own home, then you can engage in that nonsense. If you have not yet built a home, stop that nonsense of stop seeing money in every bag of cement. So stop seeing a bag of cement in every amount of money you spend. Guys, we are dealing with life and life is serious. Trust me. The boys, you're with the boys. Eat your money. Eat your money. Big boys, and that's life.
Yes.
I think that people that are watching right now need to understand that life as is tough.
Absolutely.
It is tough.
Absolutely.
It is. You won't understand how tough it is until you're dealing with that. There's a guy who came over to me, I even broke down. 65 years old. Aina abaana basatu, alemereddwa ofuna school fees, omukyala mugenzeeko, stuck, not a single penny to his name, 65 years old.
Oh my God.
Nenoonya amagezi ag'okumuwanga sigamanyi.
Indeed.
What do you tell such a person? But there's somebody watching right now, you're in your 20s, now I was saying 20s to 30s, build up something. You may not make the money that you want to make, but build out something. And that's what I was doing at campus. You're asking me why didn't I date? I was intentional about my life. Lost my dad at a younger age. I knew that life had thrown all its worst at me at that point in time. I had to come out there and build who I wanted to be. Now listen. Building your value is made up of what we call decisions. Let me give you a very nice, simple, lovely decision making. Every decision you make is a vote into the man or woman you want to be in future.
I'm sorry?
Every decision you make and choice you make is a vote. Kalulu. Buli kusala okola kalulu eri omuntu goyagala obere in future.
Yes.
And it's by the way, concerning your life, it's a democracy. Guasalawo. 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 It's a democracy. You vote for yourself.
Yes.
You vote for the food you want to eat in 5 years or 10 years' time. You vote for the kind of car you want to drive in 10 years' time. You vote for the kind of life you want to live. You vote for the kind of wedding you want your daughter. Tomorrow your daughter is going to grow up. I was visiting my daughter. Oh, I wish I'd shared with you that video. My goodness.
You should have.
I went and surprised. I'll try to see if your guy can get it. Hey. I traveled all the way to where she was, and I had to dress as a waiter. I dressed as a waiter, and I didn't even know how tall she was. Man, it was, I mean, I'd not seen her for 3 years.
Oh, no.
Because of COVID and all that. So I dressed up as a waiter, so I came over to serve her. But this is the interesting bit.
Interesting.
This is the interesting bit. One,
do we have the video?
Yeah, I have the video. I'm going to try to share it so they can get it. The first thing that shocked me about this young girl is that this is after now, the surprise, after we're in tears and hugging. She says, but you see, when I saw you coming from afar, I thought, one, I changed and put an apron and a t-shirt and that cape and all that, but I was in white linen trousers. And she's like, I was thinking, hang on a minute. Put some white. And then she looked at my moccasins. She's like, So according to her, there was everything about Dad's style. But Dad is in Uganda. He can't be here. Then as I approached, she's like, and your way of walking reminded me of Daddy. And then she's like, and your figure, I've seen your Instagram posts, I know you. Then when I came close, this is what shocked me more. She said, I could smell you. Because when I came close, she's like, Dad. Until she pulled my mask off. And she's like, Daddy. And she hugs me so tight. It was such a moving moment.
Interesting.
Why did I bring this up? She's just turned 11.
11?
Yes. But tell you what, in 7 years' time, she's going to be 18. Mm-hmm. When she turns 18, in another 5, 6, 7 years, we might be sitting down talking wedding budgets.
Yeah, trust me, and that's the reality of it.
That's how life is.
Yes. Yes.
Look at the legacy you want to leave for these kids. So there's so many things that are involved in this whole thing. We're already thinking, okay, which college, which school is she going to, which university? Yeah, well, I'm at a degree of soccer, okay? Is it okay now? No, the conversation you're having now, do we send her to London for further studies in an area of her interest? If she wants to pursue interior designing in our company, or construction, civil engineering, do you get the conversation? Now, when you build your value, and before you take your break, I don't know when you take a break. Listen.
I'm about to.
You begin to have conversations that are meaningful and conversations that matter.
Yes.
You begin to associate yourself with people that have conversations that attribute and add to this value you're trying to build.
Very important.
I have a couple of friends that always update me. I see their statuses. Huh? And I have nothing against Waweru. It is okay. Go Waweru, whether in your 30s, your 40s. But I need you to go Waweru whenever you go. I don't want you to go to Waweru because you want to forget your troubles and just have fun. Life is short. Hey guys, forget that thing now. Life might be short, but it's long.
Short but long.
My
life is short.
Life is short. Tomorrow is going to be another day. Tomorrow is going to be another day. You're not in your own home. It's going to be another month. The landlord is going to come knocking.
Knock.
He's going to come knocking. Are you going to tell the landlord, oh, life is short, come on, bro. Life is short. No! Short doesn't know that. So, in building your value, mind the associations you have around you.
Yes, the circles.
Yeah, the people. Probably after the break we'll get into breaking down the types of value we're talking about. But mind your circles, the kind of people that you are around. Because they can. I said over the weekend, I think in one of the things I was saying, and I said that the two kinds of people in your life, you either have an asset or a bill.
You either have an asset
or a bill.
Or a bill.
Yeah. There's two kinds of people. There's people that are adding to you or taking to you.
Yes.
There are people that either are multiplying you, increasing you, or totally subtracting from you, reducing from you, failing you to build your value. So when we talk about the subject of value, you have people around you that are either contributing to the building of your value or actually totally reducing and deflating you. And this thing is something you must take very, very seriously. Thank me later when you're 55 and above or 60 years old. But what about somebody who might watch this video and they're 50 or 60? It's never too late. Wisdom.
Exactly.
Wisdom. It's never too late to acquire wisdom.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Regardless of the year.
Yes, it's never too late. It's never too late. And we'll make mistakes, and it's very important for someone who's building value to understand that we ought to forgive our past. Forgive, and part of building value, in the different elements of value, but forgiveness is part of it. You forgive yourself, number one.
Okay.
And forever they are in the limbo. They are in the limbo of pity parties. You can't live doing that.
So 20 to 30, building.
And let me tell you something. The reason they say the most expensive place in the world is the tomb beyond or grave is because people die with untapped potential. The fact that you're not yet where you should be doesn't mean that your value is not there. The value is the interest. It's on your inside. It's there. I just want to demonstrate something before we get to our break. Something very simple. Okay, very simple. Now, I have 40K in my hands. It's just 40, right? The value is, it's 20,000 and 20,000, which makes it 40,000, right? So, what to come
Indeed.
Life gets rough. You waiting for the job, it's not coming. A breakthrough, it's not coming. Contract, things are frustrating you and all that. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, how much is this?
That's 40,000.
Squeezed, crushed, messed up, it's still 40,000. Okay, I'll put it down. Trump it. People will trump at you. All kind of nonsense. I pick it up. What value is it?
It is 40K.
That's what your life is. That once you discover your worth, it doesn't matter who says what against you. For the longest of time, now, when I looked at myself, me I wasn't proud. Until I got to a point and I'm like, but wait a minute. Why should people's opinions? So it is. I've crushed and squashed. It doesn't matter. It's still 40,000. If I go to a shop right now and you need to understand that there will be moments people will do this to you. Have you ever been betrayed by the closest of people in your life?
Oh, come on, man.
That's part of the process of building the value.
Yes.
You don't know how many people ever told Cristiano Ronaldo you cannot make it?
You can make it.
You cannot make it. You will not. Sadio Mane, those kind of shoes.
Yeah.
You will not. That's what they did. But slowly, that's why we called it building. You build. In building, you unfold. You unfold. You tap into that potential slowly. At times it's painful. At times you have to walk to work. At times you have to. It's so painful. At times tears have to be part of the process. Mpola, 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 mpola. Somewhere in your life, the knots of your life will be back.
I'm telling you.
If I went to a shop right now, is there anybody who is going to refuse this money?
Never.
You've got to continuously, persistently build your value from this state to this. And I'll tell you something. You will never be rejected anywhere once your value is built. The reason Putin can put the entire world on tenterhooks is that there's a certain value he has built that once he stops, for instance, to supply his gas pipelines through to Germany and all that, Europe is paralyzed. He took off time to build his value. Do you think Putin just woke up and said, I can dare them with no backup? He's got backup. Value. Disclaimer, I'm not supporting Putin.
Excuse me.
But he's built his value. So he can threaten everybody, including America, including NATO. You want to ask yourself, what gives this guy the confidence, the gusto to just get on screen and just say, he just say, I'm going to attack them, and if anyone lifts a finger, you'll see what I do to you. What's that? He's built his value. He's confident. Okay, I'm not supporting the guy, but there is some things men
Edwin Musiime, of course, today in the morning rush talk, we're looking at building values. Of course, if you've got something, you know, please pick your pen up. It's good to learn, guys. So much, you know, and of course, don't forget, by the way, you can send your questions through the number of your WhatsApp, where I think Nicholas, of course, number of itawawo, so chibachikuru nyo obuze chibuzo mukulu kazoke mu muze katono afune ku some little bit of water. Then we come back tujja kutandikira wenyini tukyali mu building your values. Chicho inokola ogattibwako ki. It's the end of the month olunaku olwaliro February tumugunzise between Jan ne Feb go building zetu obulamu okyasobola. It's not yet too late. Katumule mtukomeo.
Every year, universities in Uganda churn out over 40,000 graduates, but not even half of these get employed. Christian Nyereneza's university degree in library and information science did not stop her from getting creative and starting a shoe business that has proved resourceful and is earning her a living.
There are so many of the people I finished with who are job seeking. They're looking for the jobs and they cannot find them. So me, I've consistently worked. It's not all about the degree you got that you're supposed to concentrate on that. But there are so many things that I learned from campus that have helped me right now.
Don't miss her story on the Business Show this week.
I didn't have family backup because my mom told me, Tina, I've paid your tuition and that is all. For anything else you want to do for yourself, it is now out of my hand.
Destiny.
Get down! I said get down! Get down now! Get down!
She's just a girl. Don't hurt her.
Hey, Andrea! Hey, Andrea! Leave her alone! Leave her alone! Leave her alone!
I'm going to have you put in jail. Yes, you will rot in jail forever.
I didn't do it, ma'am.
You little liar! Anyway, you're stealing my husband from me. I know you're his lover, you liar.
I'm sorry. I do believe I'm interrupting something.
No, ma'am. Please, I was just leaving. Mr. Montesinos, I hope you're all right and you get better very soon. Please excuse me.
I'm warning you. I will not allow you to keep hurting Sebastian. And if you keep going near him, I will destroy you. And this isn't a threat, for I am ready to destroy you.
I'm not your real birth mother. Your real mother is named Dulce Maria.
What?
Destiny.
Good morning, beautiful people. We hear of people going international every day.
And here I am, or urban.
For news, current affairs, one-on-one conversations, sports updates, and traffic updates.
Tandika olunakuro wano ku Urban TV nange Ronnie Charlotte.
Ku rush hour buli lunaku okuva sawa 12 paka sawa 3 nange Mazwa. Much, of course, tuchali now, tuchali ku Rush Talk with the one and the only one, Edwin Musiime. Today live, of course, Navy into being building the values. Guys, you should know what we're turning to wango kole chintu. Bisale bisingo bungi, mukuru agambe mugende mujaga tuli waweru, but what next? Chicho zakao, uli waweru, what next? It's very important. By the way, like I said, twina messages coming through, nja kuba na zonzi itamu later on. Okulaba bintu gambe byogedwa. Okay, nembozi messages, a few of them. Okay, nja kuziyitamu omukulu azongereka mu masaawo. So many coming through, but at least I will read there. Edwin, I think Sergio is successful because he understood the true principles of Islam. Islam tells us to live simple life and appreciate the gift of life and gifts of the life that Allah has blessed us with, no matter how much you get. Edwin, I know you from UTV when you're still a tiny guy. Who is this? She's, what's your name? You didn't put your name. I see your proper picture. But well, we'll come to that. And of course, others are coming. I like that guy. He's black and white. Okay. Oh yeah, so well, njakuzida mwenda kwa tucha building atenge bimkulu China bingi.
Well, someone there saying that Well, Edwin Sadio is successful because he understood the principles of Islam and
yes.
living simple. You see, we cannot mistake two things. We cannot mistake personal choices for simplicity or values of something.
Yes.
Because I've met Muslims in Dubai and Qatar that have phones that are worth 5 million. Do you want to tell me they're not living by the principles of Islam?
They actually
no.
do. Certainly they do.
Yeah. I've met Muslims who are driving the latest Ferrari. There's a Muslim who put me in his, I think it's a 2021 Range Rover.
What?
Yeah. I sat in it and I breathed. The air in there is different. The air is different. The seat feels different. Everything is different. It just seems like they've manufactured a different kind of oxygen in there, and you feel it smelled wealth and all that. So I hear where he's coming from.
Yes.
Or she or he, I don't know. But it's not a case. Yes. By the way, there's so many principles. I might be a Christian preacher, but there's so many principles I like about Islam.
Absolutely.
I've been studying something. I've been studying on Islamic finance, and I like a number of principles there. Yes, the principles are great, but Sadio Mane had to practice what I'm talking about here.
That's it.
You pick the principles, you must put in the work. The humility is part of it, yes. But humility is not defined by the kind of phone you hold. Humility is not defined by the kind of... So you're not going to meet Edwin because he's putting on a Paul Smith shoe and a Hugo Boss watch and say, that guy is not humble. No. Humility is not necessarily defined by what somebody wears or drives.
Yes, sir.
Equation here, choice. But also people need to understand that you want to make these choices when you're able to. Last time. You want to drive Mercedes-Benz, but can you afford it?
Exactly.
Can you afford it by buying it? Can you afford it by maintaining it? Choices. So whichever choice you make really is up to you at the end of the day. Ngabwe nagambye nze wano mbayitiramu buyitizi life's principles ngabwe bitambwe
yes.
So about Sadio Mane, yes, he's a humble guy. There's principles of Islam in him, but away from that, he's a very hardworking guy. He puts it. The work ethic is amazing. He's a diligent guy, and he's gifted and talented. That's very, very important. Okay, now let's move to the next part where
the elements, yes.
Yeah, the elements and different aspects of building the value. Kati bwe tuba twogera ku building value ono wawe tutandikira tutandikira ku self-worth. Before we talk money, before we begin with self-worth. Self-worth ono alimu ebiti ebyenjawulo. Self-worth takes you to, number one, what your emotional value is. Emotional value. Do you know that we are in a world whereby mukulu bwamiti bwaba omufumbo waliwo value ekongerwako?
Yes.
Yes. Does it mean that this single 50-year-old doesn't have value? No. Neya ina value, ina definitions, but we are looking at the society we are in as well. What are the things that are attributed to as valuable in a person? Teoria ino mchala. Then netugenda step eddako or ino mchala, number one, but also number two, how do you take care of your mchala? Because that's also value now that we're talking about.
Yes.
Omukyalo no yavaamu abaana.
Yes.
Abaana value ki gy'obateekamu nti obwana bufuluma bufaanana butya? Do they represent the value mukulu lwamiti has? Or you're the kind nti mukulu Musiime afulumye avuga emmotoka nungi anyirira awunya bulungi niwo omukyala bagenda omulabako nabaga omukyala Musiime
ddala kyekyo.
Kati this value has to be holistic.
Yes.
You build yourself. The self-value first, yeah? Dealing with self-worth, what comes out of you. Self-worth, self-value, we're talking about character. Empisa zo. Empisa zo changu nnyo kujja waggulu twogedde ku Mason Greenwood. Young man, not, I don't know his parenting history, whether he was parented or not, but he ruins his career in just, you get the point? Oli musajja olina engeri wakuzibwa naye oli eyo otulaba okuba girlfriend omukuba fiancé omukuba MP.
No respect at all.
It doesn't matter how much money you have in your account. Your value somewhere is wanting. The value we're talking about has to be holistic. Your character. You have to build your character to a certain level and aptitude that actually when it's compared to the other areas of your value, somebody says, that guy is complete. That guy is complete.
Complete.
He's complete. So we're talking about your emotional value. I like statuses. Occasionally, just looking at people's statuses. But I'll tell you something that over 45% of people on Earth, you could easily tell what they are going through or dealing with by just looking at their statuses.
Thank God I never go there, by the way.
I mean, so somebody goes like, men are dogs, men are frogs, not take a image cage. Men are dogs, not take a image cage. Mwango manya.
Manya walu echita tambula.
Oba guy, walu mkudena. Women are bitches. Now the question is, I want to begin questioning your emotional stability. You need some strong emotional intelligence.
Yes.
That Mukuru Ramiti, even if Ramiti lets me down right now, I'm not going to go on my stage and begin, people, humans, I'm giving up on humans. No.
Yes.
No. You are better than that. And you've got to be better than that.
You better wake up and stand.
You're better than that. Grow up. Akagamba ko banai. Menta wange akangamba nga mu 20 zao. Ne nkagala nnyo.
Grow up.
Grow up. Before you put that status up, grow up. Before you say the words you're going to speak, grow up. That is part of your worth.
I know.
Do they represent Jukira? Nagable decision Jokola kaluru into your future. It's a vote.
Good democracy.
It's a vote. You're going to put something funny and someone will see it, probably share it. One day you're looking for a job. There's another guy you're deciding mu future. So, in terms of your self-worth, grow up. Grow up. You see, growing older does not necessarily mean growing up.
Exactly.
It's possible to grow old and you're not growing up.
Exactly.
So grow up. Grow up. So, target the emotions. I mean, if you're a guy out there, stop playing around with girls' hearts and girls' emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
Or flirting and all, flirting and all, you're flirting and all because you're cool and dope and da-da-da-da. No.
Yeah.
No, that's not your true worth. That's a fake worth that is just trying to feel something like a gap within you that you're looking for that some satisfaction. No. Grow up and be a man.
Yeah. It will come back and bite you at one point.
Grow up and be a man. So, tutunulia worth eno, tunotunulia character yo. Ngandi engeri gyenjogera mu bantu gyenina okwogera, because this is part of an ecosystem that's going to raise you to where you want to go. Begin practicing it. Train yourself on how you talk to people. I have a habit, I've said it before, that at the end of every single day I look back on my day and evaluate. How did I speak to the bank teller? How did I speak to the lady at Java's?
Yeah.
Did I lose it somewhere? If I was in a meeting and I lost my cool, I want to reflect and say, what caused me to lose my cool? You can get evaluation to be a better person, because Kaizen principle in Japanese is constant improvement. You want to improve and get better every other day. You don't want to wake up today, tomorrow, and be a stale copy of what you were today. Tomorrow must produce something better of you. Don't photocopy your version of today into your tomorrow. Tomorrow must be better. So, we've talked about the emotional part of things. We then look at your physical value. Physical. When we talk physical, we're talking about, now we're looking at the elements that make up man. Body, soul, spirit. Soul has a lot to do with emotions.
Yeah.
A guy let you down, said you're good for nothing, you can never amount to anything. Those are his opinions. Stop allowing people's voices to speak into your eardrums all the time. Create your own voices that you listen to, that you believe in. Don't take what everybody else is saying. Because that guy dumped you and said you are good for nothing. Look at you. Look at your stomach. No. Let that not define you. Yeah. You saw the note is squashed. Somehow, somewhere, unfold yourself.
Yes.
Someone else will see that value in you and say, wow. Because one guy dumped you, messed you up, or divorced you and said you're good for nothing, you're useless, and all that kind of thing, it affected your worth to the extent that now it redefined how you dress. It redefined the places you go to. It redefined your work ethic. You probably even resigned your job. It redefined everything about your life. What you didn't know is now that you've redefined everything in your life, it's going to affect your next level of life. Even if you anticipate to get into another relationship, somebody is looking at you, you're all messed up. Clean up. Be a better person.
Wake up, lift yourself up.
Yes. Pick yourself up. So, omuchala atulaba. I'm speaking about this because lately I've been counseling quite a number of people going through the same thing. Oh, this guy dumped you. Pick yourself up, diva. Get back to work on yourself. Go to the salon. Do those nails. Look good. Look, hey.
Look
this other guy will see and say, wow.
Yeah, man.
Atecha when you say nti guy omulala ajja kulaba value joyina. Then ono gobaita X. And that should be one of your motivations.
I'm telling you.
You know the quote, I love it so much. The greatest revenge to your enemies is massive success.
Absolutely.
That guy dumps you, calls you a wreck. Even for guys, that chick left you for Ramiti because Ramiti is in a better position. He's driving a cooler car. That should be your motivation. And
when you meet them,
the world should owe you an apology someday. Your exes should owe you an apology someday. Let somebody say, I'm humbled. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just didn't understand your value.
Do you allow them back in your life?
No, I'm not saying allowing them back. Once they occasionally meet you at the airport, run into each other at the airport.
You know what I mean?
You have your Louis V bag and you're headed somewhere in Paris. And let him owe you that apology and say, Jackie, is that you? Yes, Michael, it's me. Hi, how are you doing? Are you all right? And don't be taking my feelings. No. That's uncouth. That's uncouth. That's uncouth.
For, man.
It's not necessary. And some of these guys, are part of your motivation. Katonda achiteka olwansonga lwakigenderedwa. Tomuvuma that guy. Nechinsala masa I can speak. No. Work on yourself. Leka kusinka ne rumu mu mall oba ku Javas ngokozeka order kagambe shida. Is that you? Yes. It's me. Leka abenga alabye omuzimu. But that was you putting in the work.
Yes.
In fact, at that point in time, bwatule eri tukogenda okole ne order gyobadde tuplaninze kola and walk, go to the counter and come back. Come back, sit. Leka atabuka ekikino. You asked me, do you go back? What do you mean go back?
Will you allow them in your life?
If somebody didn't see your worth then, unless you're totally meant to be together. But if someone didn't see your worth then, don't give them another chance. Don't give them another chance.
No second chance?
No, don't. They're not worth your value.
Yes.
They might come back and actually pull your value down.
To their values.
Learn to keep your your personal stock exchange value high and higher. Two things. Learn to keep it high and higher. Work on yourself. If you can afford a gym or jogging, go jog. Tone your body, young lady. Tone it and look. Negai wobolyeyo nga chiki ya salona na kuleka on smart and work on yourself. Work on yourself. Mukama akutuza ku level nga akuzimbya olinyenzi lusiyo. One of those days omuyitako indabirwa mujise wanzwene. Nakamati, how are you doing? Oh, ayina nokutamatama.
Tabitegeera.
Gwe nali kawunga ali mukazigo tayina yezimbi. Let that be your motivation. Let that be your motivation.
Tokkiriza gwekola nnyo.
Just work. Just put in the work.
Work hard and hard.
Just put in the work. Put in the work. Behind the scenes, nobody is watching Cristiano Ronaldo sweating and going through that. But the moment the picture is taken, boom, on Instagram, everybody wants to be like a Cristiano. Everybody. That's the way to go. So let's go back to the physical bit. So physically, work on yourself. Look good.
Trim your body.
You are an express image of God, the sovereign one. So work on your body. Go to the gym. Feed right. Eat well. Consume the right things. Okay? So you're dealing with your physical body now. Both male, female, it's very important. Because when you're dealing with... I quoted someone and say, take care of your body today for it will take care of you in future. In years to come, you're going to need that body. It's very important. Your body, everything we're talking about here at some point in time is going to be guided by how your body can carry you or conduct you or take you places. Because when you're talking about a workplace, you enter with your body before the brain.
That's it.
It's your body before the brain. Mm-hmm. And so some people always say, well, what are the qualities you're looking for in a girl? You're like, I'm looking for inner beauty. Inner beauty is great. But let's first look at the outside beauty as well. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the outside beauty as well.
It's important.
Oh, yeah, that's me doing something. That's me doing it.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, so every week, 3 days, I must be doing it.
You cut these weights, bro?
Yeah, no, that's in a gym.
But you cut these weights?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Wow. Wow.
And it's not about impressing. I don't do that to impress other people. I do that until I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. That's putting in the work. Let me tell you something. While you're on those machines, it's not pleasant. You don't enjoy that. You don't begin lifting that and you're enjoying it.
I'm telling you, the weight is really crazy.
You don't enjoy that.
Yes,
but until you see somebody in a pork joint struggling with a belly and putting in that bill, and the belly is, man, I get in there and there's old folks struggling because they didn't do that when they were in their 30s. And do you know what that body is? I'm turning 40 in July. That body is turning 40 in July. I'm turning 40. That body there is turning 40. In July. And my intention and goal in building my value is that by 50, I want that body to be like that and even better than that. I should look more youthful at 50 than I am right now. That's the goal. That's building value. That's building value. 10 years from now, where do I want to be? You start now.
Thank you.
We're in a gym, but struggling. The old guys, CEOs of companies, chairmen of organizations, and they're struggling to keep up with the old age.
Come on, man.
This is real life. This is the way it is.
I'm telling you. You know what? You look at a guy who is about 50, 45, and the guy is weight, like, there's nothing they've been cutting all the weights.
I told you about the guy that inspires me. He's a good friend of mine in LA. He's a real estate developer. He's a millionaire. He's 45 years old now. 5 years. I keep saying 5 years older than me. I'm not yet 40. I'm still young. That's 49.
So,
okay. This guy inspires me. He looks more young. He looks younger than me by 5 years. He's dope. He looks good. Because at the end of the day, once you make your money, marry your wife, have your kids, and do the business you're doing and all kind of thing, it's very important. I keep challenging my daughter. I hope they get us the video when I'm separating. I keep challenging my daughter and tell her, by 55, I want to pick you at school or university in my white.
Hold on a second. From the front. Now, this is how you dressed.
Yeah, so that's the uniform of the restaurant. I went and dressed. I wish you can probably when they play it again. So I dressed up like
that.
So that's how.
Hold on a second.
Okay. So that's me coming, trying to camouflage. You can see.
Okay.
Since that was such a moment for me, that was really a moment for me.
It's beautiful.
Worth everything.
How did you even think about it? How did you think about the surprise? What idea was it?
But again, before we think about the surprise, this is what I'm talking about: building value. Building value. We're going to touch a little bit on the financial value. That you've got to balance up all your values. Now that took me flying onto a plane. That takes money. It took me having to book into a hotel. That takes money. So when I talk about building value, you could love your daughter so much who is in another country, wherever, or in Mpiji, wherever it is. But even the surprise you're asking me about, I've had fathers ask me, hey, share with us some tips on how we can, do some surprises for our kids and all kind of. But at the end of the day, it's not going to just take the emotions. Yes, you miss your daughter so badly. It's going to take you getting onto that plane. That plane is going to take you having to spend on a ticket to go there. It's going to take you buying her what she wants to eat on that day because it's her special day.
Wow.
I'm not going to tell you how much a night in that hotel is. So what I'm saying is,
I love it.
That's the Haven in Kigali, and a night at the Haven costs $1,500.
Excuse me?
At the villa, yeah. And I'm not bragging.
No,
okay?
come on,
I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to be. I'm just trying to be as humble as I can be.
Are you really humble? Are you really humble?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, life. I've had people who have this nonsensical debate money doesn't buy happiness. Money. You shut up.
Come on, man.
You shut up.
Money doesn't buy happiness no more, bro.
You know what? I always tell people, when you have made enough of it, come back, let's have that discussion. You see, the thing about finances, okay, now let's talk about building your finances. The thing about finances is that I'm not fascinated by money for money's sake. I'm fascinated by the liberties and freedom that money gives you. Money feels good to have. It feels good to have. You can do so many things. You can surprise your darling wife with, I mean, there are men, do you know how many men have lost their women because of that thing called money?
They run away. We have them here. You're yet to see them. They run away.
And you're going to blame your wife because yes, her values, her loyalty. You're questioning that, questioning that. No. Before you question that, why didn't you make enough money that was necessary to keep your marriage or relationship perfectly well? Yes, loyalty is great, and in building value, loyalty is important. Sir, thank you so much. Let's go back to the book of Genesis when God makes Adam fall into a deep sleep and causes Eve to come out of Adam.
Yes.
What does God instruct Adam to do? By the way, take note that before God gives Adam Eve, the first thing God gave Adam was work.
True.
What comes of work? What comes out of work?
Of course.
To take care of the woman.
Yes.
To take care of the woman. So you got to take care of her. Stop using the excuses. She just after my money. Yes.
No, this is no love.
I'm not saying that.
Almost.
And that does not mean, and I keep saying this, and I'm going to say this again. I'm training my daughter to be the kind of girl that grows up, to be the kind that goes out on her first date in future when she's 20-something, and she can be able to look at a guy and say, no, I'm taking the bill today. That's the kind of girl I want to raise. I want my girl to have her stakes high enough. I want to raise my girl to be able to be empowered for a guy to take out on a date and ask, also, can I get you an Uber? No, sir, I'm all right. I'm okay. Can I walk you to how you're going to move to your cab or whatever? Sure, feel free to do that. And I want her to walk with this guy, and the guy comes to this Mercedes and say, is this yours? Yeah, sure, it's mine. That's the standard. Whoever said that the girl child ought to always have to wait for the guy to build her value? Girl child out there that's watching me, hey, you can build your own value. Let this guy find you build and add on to what you have. It's possible.
Absolutely.
No one ever said, no one, there's a time, I'm going to say this. I was inspired by a young lady. So I'm at the airport. And I come out of the lounge to go to the plane, and we land in some airport, and this young lady, I was fascinated, not fascinated necessarily by her beauty, because my intention was not to hit on her, but I was fascinated. She was traveling alone. So I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm like, you traveling alone? She's like, yeah. I'm like, wow. What are you traveling for? She's like, holiday. Holiday? I'm like, okay, holiday. Hey, you got friends here, family, you're by yourself? She's like, yeah, I'm by myself. So, long story short, she bought her ticket, booked herself. I'm like, so how did you do? I was very keen on her. How did you do this? Because commonly speaking, we are opinionated to think that every girl going on a plane, going to Dubai or London, there's some guy behind it, some sugar zadzi that's behind it. No. She actually is a hustler. She runs her shop down in Chikubo, and she took off some time, paid for her ticket, paid for her hotel room to go and have a holiday.
Beautiful.
For the lady watching me, that can be your new normal. Let the guy come there saying, omanyiwe chimenya omukyalo okubeera akadinaayi kansoka enkyukemu okuva. Omukyalo oli awo, osabye ez'enjala, osabye ez'enviiri, osabye ez'engatto, osabye eza perfume, osabye
eza Uber. Well, can we go message briefly? Morning to you. Names of Lukwago Fahad Ndeje. What should be the main icon? What should be the main icon when building my value to Jamudam? Okay. How do I get my gift? Because it has been hard for me since I finished in a 6th. Though I feel like I'm able to. Okay or not? Well, to Jamudam Kochiri. Okay, hello to Musiime. I had a wife. She left me because I told her we first finished to build a house for her. She only wanted, serious stuff, man. She only wanted us to change a car and make extravagant introduction and wedding. Yet we had finished making nikah. Nikah is, you know, nikah for Islam. Yeah. And as it is the only essential in our deen, sometimes even the girls we marry can make us go down just because they want to show off to their friends. A wife who is minding about family expenditure and growth is the real one, not those ones who want only to be waweru. Okay, onagamba chi la. Okay, watching from South Africa, thanks for the program. Hi, darling, South Africa. Oh, bless our man, South Africa, our brothers. We like you so much. I think to you, let
me start with this. Gentlemen out there, when you're looking out for a girl to marry, okay, the booty is okay. If you're looking out for booty is okay, all right, okay? The right kind of, oh, I want this kind of boobs and this kind of ass and all that kind of, that's all fine. But when all is said and done, you've got to test the character of this lady and this woman. It's very important. What here said is right. A woman, when you're building value, a woman can either contribute the curve of your value either upward or downward. That's obvious. Now, guys, this is the moment whereby you've got to put yourself to the test. And remember that usually you get to tend to attract your kind. Or you need to build yourself to attract your kind. And the thing that I also need to tell the guys out there, learn to grow or build your emotional intelligence value to the level whereby you are honest enough with yourself first and to other people. There's a guy stuck in a relationship right now because you simply cannot stand up to this girl because you're not happy with certain expenditure patterns and habits and all that. You can't stand up to them because you're afraid. You see, Africans have a deep-rooted problem of we don't know when to say no. You want to say yes to every invitation. You want to say yes to every request. But please, if you're listening to me, lady or gentleman, learn when to say and how to say no. Yes. Okay? If this girl has all the beauty and all the qualities, Togenda, let me tell you, the future you're building in terms of value is not going to be built by beauty. Ain't nobody is going to cash in a check in your account because your girl is beautiful. Nobody. Nobody. As a matter of fact, the cashing in that could happen on the side where you notice they could be cashing directly into her because of her beauty. So, it's very important. If your values are not aligned, I said it last time. Call her over coffee, say, Sheila. By the way, if you're called Sheila and you're watching, nothing against Sheilas, all right? Say, Sheila, hi. I know we've been together for 2 years. It just looks like our priorities are a bit different when it comes to finances and that kind of thing. Please, don't you ever be deceived to think that marriage is entirely about love. No. Open your eyes, my friend. They used to tell us fall in love and walk blindly. No. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Sit down. What are her priorities? What are your priorities? Do they match? Do they align? Then go through with it. Boom. I like the story. The sad. It may sound like a sad story, but it's okay. To the guy whose girl left because you said you first build instead of switching a car for a luxurious car. Hey, you need to, in the process of building your value, you need to thank God when some people walk out of your life.
Exactly.
Whether it's friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, it is okay. It is part of the process. Let that girl go properly and let it be your motivation, like I've said before. Let it be your motivation. Build yourself. Somebody else is talking about how do I discover my gift and my purpose. I always tell people, listen to me. Edwin Musiime, apart from business, I'm a preacher. I've heard of prophets that prophesy and all kind of thing. Ain't no prophet is going to tell you your gift. Okay, you could be lucky. There could be a one-off prophet that could guess it, or okay, not guess it, or could just look into it and, hey, the number one important prophet that's going to tell you your gift is yourself. You've been with your, and Anita, this is very important. In building your value, learn to date yourself. You see, we have a whole lot of problematic relationships because people get into relationships without ever dating themselves and knowing them. And now they're trying to know somebody else before they know themselves. And the other person is trying to reveal things to you about you and you're shocked. Someone tells you, but hey, Ramiti, you're rude. And you're even shocked because you don't know yourself.
It's better to know yourself first.
There's a girl, oh gosh, I hope she's not watching. We kind of like dated slightly. And the only record she has about me is stingy. Why? Because I could take her out and spend whatever I would spend. But I wasn't about to spend on unnecessarily planned things.
And that's you.
And it's okay to be called stingy. Please, it's okay.
To be called stingy.
It's like wedding meetings. Oh, wedding meeting. We have this bandwagon effect of her. All you have on your account is 2 million shillings and you're pumping 1 million in a wedding meeting because you want to be seen to be rich. I always challenge and say, 2 things. Would you rather put up an impression that makes people think you are loaded, or give an impression like you're not loaded but you're actually really loaded? I would rather be the second. Call me stingy, call me awedemu when I have, than call you gayo yo mwali. That's very important.
We gotta go, bro. We gotta
how
go.
do you understand your purpose?
Yes.
You know yourself better. Date yourself. Take off time to know you. Nobody can know you better than you can know yourself. Final words I can say to everybody watching. Start to build your value today. Your personal stock exchange value must go higher every single day. Don't allow to be a stale photocopy of your version today into your tomorrow. Your intellectual value is going to be built. Read books. Watch television that builds. There are series that I get to watch. By the way, it's possible for you to call me at 2 p.m. and I'm actually chilling at home watching a series. And you think, well, yeah, but there's something I'm learning from it. So watch stimulating stuff that empowers you. You've got to be empowered. We are in a fast-changing world. You must be future ready. I hope we can get some time in future to talk about future ready. That's another, I'm actually working on a book on that. It's another very interesting topic. But the key message is, you begin today. You begin today. Start building your value right today. Struggle to be a better version. Work towards being a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today. That's the goal. That's the ambition. Look at your bank balance. Don't be impressed by it. See how you can double it. Then see how you can triple it. Look inwardly in your family. How well are you taking care of your family? Are you getting better at your relationship, at your communication? Be better. Don't take offense. Don't take it personal. Just look. If you have somebody close that is close, ask them, is it true that Njogera Yange? Then take a reflection and be better. I think the important thing in building value, we should be working towards being better versions of ourselves. I love you all and God bless you. And if you can follow me on my platforms. I'm always sharing some interesting nuggets of wisdom. Facebook, Instagram. Oh, lately my wife opened a TikTok account for me in my absentia. I didn't even know how they use TikTok and all kind of thing.
I've never been on TikTok.
Never been. No.
I don't know.
But it's interesting. At least she's been posting stuff of me talking and building. I'm like, and just her convincing to me was, hey, there's so many young people on TikTok and they're going to be encouraged and empowered. So yeah, so there's some stuff on me dressing up and how you put on a necktie. So for young people who want to know how to dress up, hey, go on my TikTok account. Right.
Thank you very much, Edwin. And of course, every month, like once a month, we bring the gentleman to take us through, of course, what's happening. And of course, some people means of course the message is coming through so much from South Africa. I've seen it from UK. A friend of mine is watching from the airport, Ali Heathrow. Wow, I'm watching this. Some guy called Joseph Blinks. Yes, Heathrow. Thanks so much. And of course, so many guys watching through. Asante San. This Friday, tugenda kuba wali emachindi baita ku Vax Lounge. Toswa nga bulijjo abaninge tambula tujja kubaawo. Thanks so much. Have a great day and bye-bye.
The Harvest Money Expo is back. After a long wait, Uganda's biggest agriculture expo has returned outdoors at the Kololo Airstrip from 18th to 20th March 2022 under the theme Farming as a Business, Value Addition. Come and learn how to boost your farm's earnings with tips and exhibitions from the experts. Entrance is only 10,000 shillings per day and 20,000 shillings with training. For inquiries, call 0787 511106. The Harvest Money Expo is sponsored by New Vision, Uganda's leading daily.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Lukoba Kulukoba.